Hey everybody, what is going on? Serial of a Job here, and today I am playing Entropia Universe. What we're going to be doing today is hunting some robots for once. That's right folks, we're going to be hunting some robots. You can see one of these little guys here attacking me. It's a spider bomber, a Gen 02. It's part of this new robot hunting event that's sort of going on, and these guys... I actually started this, I did not know what was going to be here, so I came out, and I'm like, alright, let's see what there is, and I'm like, oh, these guys are a little too small for me, but I was thinking about it. Some of you guys who are new, perfect robot for you here. If you're a new player, and you want to, like, kill some robots, and you're like, hey, what should I do? Come out here, Cape Corinth. You can come out with pixie armor, almost whatever armor you want. I'm not optimally armored for robots, and I'm having no problem whatsoever. The gun I'm using isn't doing a ton of damage. Like, let's check this info out. This gun is like a level 6 gun. It's doing 8 to 16 damage, not too much. So some of you guys who are new, come out here and look at this loot. Look at this loot right now. The loot is a-okay. Actually, I'm gonna take this one further. I'm gonna try doing this unarmored. Let's kill this thing, and then we'll go to that. I was originally going to do a 30 PvP hunt. I wanted to do something a little bit bigger, but I'm just going to make this work, because I was thinking about it, and this is a really good way to just get some of you new guys into these events. This is one of the things, right? MindArk does a lot of events, a lot of like robot events and such, and this is attacking and that's attacking, and it's a lot of fun, it really is. But a lot of new players, they feel left out because they can't get in on it, because the robots are too high or anything like that. That's why sometimes I do these like society hunts or subscriber hunts, because it gives newer players a chance to compete in events that they wouldn't otherwise be able to compete in. And in this case, you don't need any of that. All you guys have to do is just come out here and look at this. These little robot dudes are just super easy to attack. They're super easy to kill. Like, you guys aren't going to have any trouble at all if you've got a decent amount of armor and all that. And before I forget, the place to come is Cape Corinth. So that's just right up here in this little peninsula. Just, you know, head up north. If you're at Port Atlantis, it's not too far. If you are a new player, I'd almost recommend that you get the car, because you can just drive that right up, no problems, no issues. It's a lot easier than if you know, well, a car or a plane. It's a lot easier than running it. And honestly, like, if you guys really need it, there's going to be someone out there is going to be able to help you out. Oh, look at that. I don't know, I feel like for some reason I haven't been exposed to these mobs, these spider bomb gens. But I sort of like them. They're pretty... Oopsies. I've got to remember the pistol does not have the range that I'm used to. So, alright. So one of the reasons... I might as well explain this. One of the reasons I'm using the pistol is because it's really good to sort of get these guys... Get these pistols out and just skill up in them. It means that your skills are going to be a lot more well-rounded, I guess. Something that everybody wants, right? So if you look... Let's see. Can you pull up... Yeah, here we go. My professions... If you look at my professions, you're gonna see. I know I'm amazingly low. You wouldn't think it, but yeah, I'm amazingly low profession-wise. But if you look, laser sniper hits 28, but my ranged laser damage is only level 24. That's because if you don't skill up in pistol and rifle at the same time, you're gonna end up leaving some skills behind, or getting some. Ooh, that was a nice one. 5 PEDs. This is actually turning out to be a really good run too, folks. But yeah, if you don't skill up in rifle and pistol at the same time, what happens is your damage is going to get lower than your hit. And when that happens, it means that you're going to be able to use... You're going to like be sort of handicapped on guns and everything like that. So if you guys take a look at my guns here, this is sort of the gun I'm using right now, or that I used to use. So you guys see me using when I use rifle. But what I'm using right now is just a lazy BLP sort of finishing weapon. But you can see that for this gun, I'm way over the level here, right, for hit, but not so much in damage. So I've got this issue where I've got the learning period damage is yes, which means I'm not full maxed out on this, but my hit period is maxed out. And the farther along I let this get, the worse it's going to be. That's why I've got this distance in damage, why I'm losing 4 damage points, right? And that's the thing, like, do you want to max out your skills? Do you want to use what you're best at? Or would you rather, it's like this thing, like, would I rather use what I'm best at? Or would I rather, you know, use something a little bit heavier duty? Eventually I went to heavier duty because I'm like, well, my hit's getting so high, and, you know, I wanted to increase it, and that's how you do it. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys or not. I'm sitting here drinking a little bit of a Monster. I know they're bad for me. I cut back on my energy drinks though, so it's not too bad. For those of you guys who think like I drink energy drinks all the time, not so much. Maybe 2 or 3 a week, which is a lot. I'll give you that. It's a lot more than it should be, but I don't think it's terrible because I know people that are drinking like 2 or 3 a day. I used to be one of those people. Everyone. I was never one of those people that would be like hardcore into energy drinks, but every now and then when I was tired, maybe even today, we'll see. Oop, what's going on here? All right, there we go. But what was I saying? Yeah, with the energy drinks, yeah, I said that because, whoops, what the heck? Hold on, my character's getting bugged out here. Let's jump out of here. There we go. These guys are sort of weird. Anyways. So what was I saying? Yeah, so the way it used to be is that, like, if I got tired, I'd just grab an energy drink. And I was drinking, like, 1 a day at my worst. Maybe every now and then I'd have 2 a day. But, yeah, I've cut back quite a bit since then just because those things aren't good for you. And recently they said if you drink a lot of those, you're going to have issues with your heart and all that. And, like, I don't want that. Like, heart issues do run in my family. So I'm like, let's stay away from that stuff. But, yeah, 3 a day, or 3 a week, I'm like, okay, that's it's okay. And when I say 3 a week, I'm even counting like those little Red Bulls because I get those a lot too. For some reason, I feel like in the U.S. there's not enough of those like little energy drinks. Everything just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's like you can get this monster that's like 500 milliliters, but you don't have like these little Red Bull monsters, which I like because then you get the taste, but you're not like going through too much. Because sometimes even this, what I'm drinking right now. Or sorry, what I'm drinking right now, I think this is normal. 500 milliliters is normal. Maybe there's a 1 liter one that's not normal. I don't know. There's this big monster that you can like unscrew the top. It's like, don't drink it all. And then of course when I was younger, it was like, oh yeah, of course I'm not gonna drink it all. And then 2 hours later, it's all gone, and you're like, oopsies. But yeah, but like I don't know. I'm trying to make myself healthier. I definitely am. Lose a little bit of weight and sort of get back into that like healthy phase of life, because it's good for you. Oh, well, no, let's not kill him. That little bristle hog is going to get to live. Anyways, I'm rambling. I was just saying that because literally I'm drinking a Monster right now. I've got like a white Monster Zero Ultra energy thingy here. It's pretty good. Anyways. This is a great area for those of you guys who are new. We're not going to do like the full run because I came out with 30 PDs of ammo, which I could usually burn through like nothing, but it turned out that these bots were just a little bit lower than expected. So I can't quite just run through them like I do in the past. Because I mean I could use my big gun and kill them just instantly, but that would be a little ridiculous. That's a lot of ammo burn that I'd be taking there for no reason, which I'm not going to do because that's another thing. Always make sure your gun isn't over damaging. If you look at this gun, it's killing them a little bit before they can heal up. These guys might get 1 or 2 heals in before I kill them. That's sort of where you want to be, right? You don't want to be killing them too much because then you're going to be doing a lot of damage that doesn't get counted. So that last hit that you get on a mob, it does 30 damage, but it only has 1 HP left. You're losing 29 PECs worth of like damage, right? Or 29 damage points worth of money, whatever that is. Usually there's a damage per PEC sort of value, and that's what you can equate it to. But ideally, you want to switch off guns, and if I use my normal gun, it would sort of one-shot all these guys, which means it's doing way too much damage. So yeah, that's why I switched. But this is actually a really good area for new players. If you've got like an Apollo, or if you've upgraded a little bit and you're using what are they? There's these daily mission guns that everybody really likes. So like if you have some of those, you're gonna be golden to come out here and just sort of go through some of these guys. Plus, I'm pretty sure there's got to be some sort of, I don't have it, but there's got to be some sort of mission or some sort of iron challenge maybe that you guys can do for this. So someone comment down below if you know what that is. Big props to you if you do too. But there's got to be some challenges and stuff like that. Oh, here you go. Plasma Pistolier. Woohoo. But yeah, it's sort of nice that I think these mobs are pretty new. I haven't seen them too much before. I could be wrong though, because a lot of the time I'm hunting bigger stuff, so that might be why I haven't seen these guys. But I was gonna say like a lot. I'm hoping that these are fairly new mobs, because a lot of the time what MindArk does is like they just sort of reuse events. And I honestly came out here expecting it to be level 19 big drones, because that's sort of what you normally see. So it's refreshing to see them actually doing something a little bit different and using, or at least switching up the spawn points, right? Especially after Merry Mayhem. That sort of really like rubbed me the wrong way, because for those of you guys who don't know, so Merry Mayhem, that's like MindArk's. Am I gonna get attacked by this guy here? Ooh, he's gonna do some more damage, isn't he? So yeah, you might want to watch out for these birds, because I think he's gonna be able to. Oh no, he's not. I thought this bird was a lot higher level than it is. So yeah, everything out here isn't too bad to hunt. So if you're a new player, like, yeah, come out here. I've heard some people say this is a good mining area. I myself haven't had much luck here, but I know some people do really like to mine out here. I wouldn't recommend it when there's all these robots about, but if you really want to, go for it. Man, I'm like jumping all over the place today. I don't know if that's good or bad. That's one of the things too. Like, I always listen to these videos, and sometimes like they really hit it off when I think like things aren't going that great, and sometimes when I think things are going great, it's like, oh man, you dropped a ton of stories, Serial. Like, what were you doing there? So it's hard to tell. But man, I'm losing my point here. But yeah, what I was saying is this is a good area for new players to come out to, especially, and even if you're like a mid-range player, if you're like my level, you're in your 20s, level-wise, not age-wise, but whatever. Yeah, if you're in your 20s, like, you can still come out here, maybe get some pistol points, right? Get some skills, bump up that old total skill count over here. You can see I'm at 56,000, which isn't much compared to some of you guys, because I know some of you guys are pretty hardcore on that. So in my Discord, there's people that are like playing way more than me, and they also know way more than me. So for those of you guys who are interested, if you want to, there's a Discord link literally in the description of this video. If you join that Discord, there's going to be people there that are like super skilled and can really help you out a lot better than I can, especially if you're wondering about like new player guns and stuff like that. One of the things a lot of people forget is I have not been a new player for over a decade. Things have changed since my time. The guns that I use, they don't even exist anymore, right? Like, they exist in my storage, but no one's selling those guns like new, right? It's just not a thing. So like, a lot of people, they just keep forgetting that, and they'll ask me like, okay, what gun should I use if I'm this level? And it's like, I don't know. Like, in my day, I was using a Bree M1A. Does that help you? And like, no, it doesn't. That would just be a shitty response to give someone. So I try to give my best response, but sometimes it's one of those situations where, like, unless you're there, it's hard to know. It's hard to really be like, okay, I'm sure this gun's a gun to go with, because I'm always thinking like, man, back in my day, this is what I used, but is this the right answer to the question? Is this really going to help them out, or am I just setting you back by saying that? And if you come on Discord, there's going to be a lot of people there who are at your level that'll be able to tell you stuff, and I'm there too. So like, it's the same as if you ask a question in my comments or anything like that, because you're still going to get to me. I'm still going to read it, but you might get a better answer. So yeah, if you're into the game, if you're liking Entropia, or if you just want to play any other video game out there, like, or just chat, right, feel free to join. It's a nice little community we've got, so I'm happy with it. Thank you. And for those of you guys who are joining and active in it, thanks a ton. Always feel free to, for those of you guys that are listening and in Discord, always feel free to drop links, because I know now and then like people drop a link, and I want to make sure that people know that like that's cool. Like, I want people to be sharing their stuff. I want everybody to be, if you've got a YouTube channel, if you've got a Twitch channel and you're streaming, I don't care what you're streaming, feel free to come on the Discord and drop a link. Like, we're just a small group, so just it's cool. Like, anyone's welcome. And as long as you're not being a dick about it, like, if you're spamming your Twitch link every 2 seconds and then you don't comment at all, like someone's like, hey, Serial Overdrive, what's going on? And you're like, don't say anything, and then next day you log in and you're like, streaming on Twitch, streaming on Twitch, streaming on Twitch, streaming on, you just keep doing that over and over again. And then like someone's like, hey, how's it going, Serial? And nothing. Like, alright, that's being a bit of a douche. But like, as long as you're like on chat talking with people, even if you're not talking, if you drop a link every couple days or something like that, that's cool. It's just don't overdo it. And I think everybody sort of knows what it is. It's one of those things like, you don't know it until you see it, but when you see it, you definitely know it, you know? I find that's the way a lot of stuff works in life. Sometimes like you can make all these arbitrary rules and be like, hey, if you're, you know, you've got to be active to drop your link or whatever. But sometimes it's like people just don't have the time. I get that. But sometimes there's people out there who are just being like a little bit dickish and just spamming. And, you know, spam is one of those things, you know it when you see it. So just as long as you don't spam, always feel free to drop links, whatever it is. I mean, don't be like dropping Amazon affiliate links. If you really want to, you can, but like let's try not to do too much of that shit. But yeah, I want to see everybody grow, honestly. Like YouTube or Twitch or any of that stuff. It's one of those things like, even if I had 100% of the people that come to YouTube watching me, which would be, that's not even possible, but even if that was true, there's no way I could put out enough content. If it was my full-time job and I was like, all right, I need to put out content for all these people, like I couldn't put out enough. So there's no competition, right? Like there's no competition. It's all about just helping each other grow and sort of improving the community, I guess. So yeah, if you're down to do that, always feel free to join. Feel free to drop links. Feel free to do whatever. Sort of an open Discord right now. I'm sure if I was, yeah, I'm sure at some point if it gets ridiculous, there'll be moderators or something like that. But that's just not a thing. So yeah, thought I'd throw that out there. Man, I'm like way off topic here. I came in. All right, this is the thing. I came in thinking this would be like a 30 PD hunt, which it is. But I thought it would be a 30 PD hunt where I'm just like, all right, like let's go out with my rifle, let's shoot a bit, and then we'll be done in 2 seconds, and we can call it a day. Because usually those videos last like 7 minutes. So I was gonna talk about the robot event and just be like, hey, new robot event on. I don't think the loot's gonna be any better. But then I came up with this area, and I'm like, wow, this is really good for new players. I wanted to share it because that's one of the things a lot of people comment on my videos when I'm doing an event, right, like this. They'll be like, hey, is there anything for new players to do? Can new players join in this event? Because usually they can't, and people aren't happy about that. Well, for once they can, so I wanted to make sure I share that because otherwise people are not going to know. So yeah, if you're new, feel free to join in. I'm sure there's some good spawns that I'm going to be going to later, especially if this was actually a profitable hunt, which I get the odd feeling that this is actually going to be a pretty good hunt. I don't know why. Let's convert some ammo here. Let's see where we're at. Ooh. I don't know why it's split like that. That's a little weird. I guarantee, I don't know why, yeah, I don't know why it's split like that. That's very, very weird. Yeah, I checked. Everything was empty before I started, and literally I was last hunting Aatrox, so the loot doesn't even match up. We'd see it. Alright. Oop. We got one more. Let's kill him. I feel like these things are going to keep coming until I just manually run off and let them get turreted. You can see we got quite a bit of ammo back. There's no amp or anything on this gun, for better or worse. I didn't use an amp. So there's no amp decay or anything like that. It's just armor decay that we've got to consider. So this is going to be a pretty good hunt. We actually got some pretty legit loot, especially for the amount of damage per kill that we need. Because that's one of the things that's super important. You've always got to consider damage per kill. A mob like this, even though it's taking me longer to kill, the gun I'm using is way lower. I'm spending way less per kill, so it is a really good sign, actually, the loot I've been getting. No globals, nothing exciting, and especially on these lower level mobs, like you don't expect a global, you don't expect anything huge, but those like 5 PD loots or higher, those are like globals in their own right, just because of how small these guys are and how little it costs to kill them. If you're killing a mob that takes you 50 PEDs to kill, you're going to global every other mob or something crazy, but you still could be losing a ton of money. That's one of the things a lot of people forget, right? Getting a global, it's not just about getting the global, it's about getting the global and spending less, like not spending a ton, right? Because that's the thing, these globals aren't progressive. Once you hit 50 PEDs, you get it. So if you're crafting an item and it costs you 50 PEDs to craft that item, every success is going to be a global, but that doesn't mean you're making money, right? This isn't like a casino. Well, this is like a casino where like you go to a slot machine, you pull the trigger, there's all these lights going off, everything's going nuts, there's like screaming, there's shouting, there's music, lights are flashing, the thing's going into 3D, and you're just getting bombarded, your senses are going nuts, and then you realize you won 10 cents, but you gambled $1. Not a win, right? It's cool. I will admit, I do like the circus aspect of gambling sometimes, but you're not winning. That's not a win. Anyways, let's see what we added this up to. Hopefully you guys like that description and that in there. So we've got 6.33 PEDs here. Let's check where we're at with this ammo. I love this drop down, by the way. Amazing change, MindArk. Keep that one up. So we're sitting at 27.23 PEDs. That's not too bad. Honestly, we took a 3 PED loss. With markup, we're probably losing more like 5 to 10 PEDs, which isn't too bad on a 30 PED run. Honestly, it went pretty good, especially because I was not being eco. I didn't really come in planning for this. I just saw this and decided, hey, let's just use this base gun and see how it goes. And everything went okay. I had a good time and I had a good hunt. Hopefully this is helping some of you guys out. Hopefully some of you guys who are new are actually seeing this and like, hey, I'm going to come out here and hunt. I'm super glad Serial pointed this location out. If you do like it, let me know down below, because that's always makes me a little bit happier when people comment and they're like, wow, this really helped me. Because that's what this channel is all about. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.